Halo, ketemu lagi dengan saya, Tirta Mursitama. Di channel ini Anda akan belajar sukses di perguruan tinggi. Nah, kali ini sangat spesial. Di sebelah kiri saya adalah Profesor Lena Rethel. How are you, Professor Rethel?
I'm very well, thank you, Professor Tirta.
Okay. Maybe can I call you Lena?
Yes,
You can call me Tirta then. Ya, saya perkenalkan, Profesor Lena Rethel adalah profesor dalam International Political Economy atau IPE, yang itu juga bidang keahlian saya di Indonesia. Nah, beliau adalah Professor of International Political Economics from University of Warwick, UK. Luar biasa, beliau hadir di BINUS. Welcome to BINUS, Profesor Rethel, Lena.
Thank you very much.
Oke, baik. Saya akan menanyakan tentang apa itu International Political Economy. So, according to your expertise, what actually IPE or International Political Economy means for us or for students?
Yes, so international political economy as an academic field is interested in global struggles over the kind of power and wealth across borders. However, it sounds very scary, doesn't it, to think about IPE in terms of the international, the global, but IPE actually starts at home, and this is like an approach we have been pioneering at Warwick. So at Warwick we have developed this idea of the international political economy in everyday life, and we take everyday objects, practices, subjects as an entry point into analyzing the international political economy. So if you want to take an example from Jakarta, for example, then when you look around, you see GOJEK drivers everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So how do GOJEK drivers, what do they tell us about the international political economy? So there are different ways we can think about GOJEK drivers and the international political economy. So on the one hand, we see GOJEK drivers as also a part of the digital economy. So the kind of like development of the GOJEK app, and I'm just making advertising of GOJEK drivers.
Yeah.
But it's not
How much did you get paid from GOJEK then?
Yes. We just recently wrote a textbook on the international political economy of everyday life, and GOJEK is actually one of our case studies.
Oh, excellent.
And so in the chapter we are interested also in other issues such as the marketization of everyday life. So how many aspects of everyday life increasingly are taking the market form. So previously you would have given a friend a lift. Nowadays you kind of take the app and order a kind of lift. We also look at kind of like the gig economy, for example, changes in labor practices, but I think there's also something we can learn like as Western-based university from the Indonesian example, because it's not just about new labor practices, it's also about new ways of engaging the informal economy and kind of like formalizing the informal economy. And then of course there's also this platform capitalism. So who owns GOJEK? Who are the investors? How are they networked regionally, globally, and so on? So you think GOJEK rideshare is an everyday issue, and of course it is, but it is also a way to kind of start thinking about the global political economy.
Wow, excellent. So if we study of IPE, actually there is something that we can learn from the everyday life. Ya, teman-teman semua, kalian para mahasiswa hubungan internasional, para pejuang skripsi, kalau mau belajar ekonomi politik internasional, tidak selalu belajar hal yang muluk-muluk ya, sangat teoritis, tapi kita bisa melihat dari hal-hal dari dunia nyata seharian kita. Tadi Prof Rethel ceritakan, mencontohkan tentang GOJEK. Dari berbagai macam perspektif kita bisa melihat, dan GOJEK itu bisa kita jadikan contoh studi international political economy. Okay, Lena, what is your suggestion for IR students or IPE students that they can succeed in the future?
So I think it is always important that you're passionate about what you're studying, and so some people might think that I'm a total geek. I'm very passionate about international political economy, and I see it in many places really kind of where we have those contestations about power and wealth, both a kind of local level and global level. So I think being passionate is very important. That is what is driving you through your studies, through your degree, but also later on in your kind of like professional careers, be they academic or in the corporate sector. Apart from that, I think it's also important developing networks.
Okay.
So for me, it was a really great opportunity to visit Indonesia, to visit BINUS University,
Thank
and
you.
to meet so many really fantastic IPE scholars. So I've learned a lot in the last 2 weeks that I've been visiting BINUS in Jakarta.
Thank you Lena. Oke, so buat teman-teman semua ya, IPE jelas lah salah satu pilihan penting dalam belajar international relations atau hubungan internasional. Buat kalian yang saat ini sedang memikirkan, yang sedang melihat video ini, nanti mau studi apa ya? Hubungan internasional penting. Dan setelah itu adalah IPE or Ekonomi Politik Internasional ya. Jadi buat kalian baik itu mahasiswa BINUS University atau mahasiswa dari kampus-kampus lain, jangan ragu-ragu memilih International Political Economy sebagai salah satu streaming kamu, kekhususan kamu ketika kamu jadi mahasiswa hubungan internasional. Nah, demikian itu tadi yang saya diskusikan dengan Profesor Rethel, Lena Rethel. Dan kalau kamu mau belajar studi lanjut, if you want to take further studies in a master degree or even PhD level at Warwick University, please contact Professor Lena Rethel, isn't it?
Yes. Terima kasih Pak.
Terima kasih banyak. Thank you Lena, and hopefully your stay in BINUS and in Jakarta, make your life more memorable while you stay in Jakarta. Do you enjoy the food?
Very much. So.
Oh, very much. Oke, terima kasih banyak. Jangan lupa yang belum subscribe channel ini untuk mendapatkan informasi yang makin keren, makin hebat, termasuk kedatangan tamu seperti Profesor Lena Rethel seperti ini. Nantikan di video-video saya selanjutnya kedatangan tamu-tamu hebat, profesor-profesor hebat dari berbagai macam kampus di luar negeri maupun di Indonesia. Sampai ketemu, sukses buat kalian semua. Jangan lupa bahagia. Sampai ketemu lagi. Bye bye Lena. Thank you.